Hello guys, I'm here today with Edrel and he's going to teach me about interest rates.
You know what, Edril? I think I should start a business.
Oh, that's great, Brian. But what business are we talking about?
I don't know yet. I'm still in the brainstorming process. But I'm very passionate I can make a change about in this world.
Oh, but have you thought about how will you finance your business?
That's where the loan comes in. I heard Ivan is offering me about, I guess, 100,000 pesos. I'm considering all the options, but I think Ivan has the best one in offering, the best loan like there.
That's great. But have you thought about the interest rate?
Interest rate? Oh yeah, Ivan is giving me a 5% interest rate. Based on my research, I think that's really great for my business.
That's great. But have you thought about whether you want annual compounding or monthly compounding interest?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Annual compounding means that the interest would accumulate annually or yearly. Monthly compounding means that the interest will accumulate monthly. So, annual compounding would be better for you since that will accumulate to less interest and less payment to the debtor. To calculate that, my friend, you need to use this formula, which is future value is equal to principal value multiplied to the quantity of 1 plus the interest rate raised to time, which is equals to years. So let's say that you're going to need 100,000 pesos and you plan on paying it after 5 years. So the formula would be F equals principal value is 100,000 pesos. So let's just plug that in. 1 plus R, which is 5%, so it will equate to 0.05. Since it's going to take 5 years and this is equal to years, we put 5 here. So if we get a calculator, we can get the value. So it's equal to 100,000 multiplied to 1.05 raised to 5. So that it will equal to 127,628 and 16 cents. So that would be your future value in compound annually. Now for the monthly compound interest, it would still be the same with some few minor changes. We would divide the interest rate with 12 since there's 12 months in a year. So 12 and put the raised to 12 times 5. Calculate that, let's plug it in. That would be 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12, and we would raise it to 60. Since 12 times 5 equals to 60, that would equate to 128,335 pesos and 87 cents. So, based on the calculation, the annual compounding would be better for you. So, what are you going to choose?
Oh, I see. It would be better for me if I choose annually compound interest since it would cost me less. Thank you, Edrel.
The next day.
What's up, guys? This is the day I will meet up with my lender. I hope he gives me money so I can start up my business. See ya!
So Brian, brought you here.
So I'm thinking about starting a business. I'm really passionate about it, but I really need a startup capital. I came to you because I really need help.
How much are you looking for?
Maybe 100,000 pesos would be ideal. I'll pay you back with 5% compound annual interest.
5% compound annual? Don't you think that's a bit too low?
I'd be more comfortable if you pay 5% compound monthly.
Understandable, but based on my calculations, that's too big for me. You also have to consider my ability to pay it back for you. A higher interest rate will make it difficult for me and sustain my business.
Yeah, you're right. We'll need to find a solution that will benefit us both. That's where compound quarterly interest comes in. You know what that is?
Quarterly? What's that?
Instead of calculating your interest once a year, we calculate it every 3 months.
Instead of calculating interest once a year, we calculate it every 3 months. This means you get interest on your interest more frequently, leading to a higher overall return for me as the lender. So if we write on a piece of paper, it'd be 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.05 over 4 raised to 20. Now if you plug that in a calculator right here, we get 100,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.05 over 4, which is 0.05 is an interest rate and 4 is the number of times you pay me in that year. Then we raise it to 20, which is 5 times 4, which is equals to 20. Then we get 128,203 pesos, which will be the answer to 128,203 and 72 cents.
So here it is.
Oh, thank you. So if we do quarterly 5% compound interest rate in 5 years, I would pay you 128,203 pesos and 72 cents. Which is considerably less than compound monthly interest but more than compound annually, which will, benefit us both.
Exactly. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. The more frequent compounding, the bigger the snowball gets. This means you'll get a fair interest rate, but I'll benefit from the faster growth of my investment.
I appreciate you explaining everything so clearly, Ivan. This makes me feel much more comfortable with the loan agreement.
No problem, man. Remember, we're not just only business partners, okay? We're friends.
Absolutely. Let's get this business plan finalized and make this dream come true.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Imagine the lender meticulously building a snowball, each layer representing the compounding interest earned on the loan. This snowball, symbolizing the lender's growing wealth, ultimately becomes their weapon, hitting the debtor with the accumulated debt. The more frequent the compounding, the heavier and faster the snowball rolls, significantly favoring the lender by accelerating their wealth accumulation while simultaneously increasing the burden on the debtor. However, finding a middle ground for compounding frequency benefits both parties. For the lender, it ensures a steady and substantial return on their investment, while for the debtor, it offers a more manageable repayment schedule with smaller but more frequent payments. Striking this balance fosters a mutually beneficial relationship, allowing the lender to reap the rewards of the compound interest without overburdening the debtor. Remember, the formula for compound annually is principal value multiplied to the quantity of 1 plus rate raised to the term, and the formula for compounding for more than once a year is principal value multiplied to the quantity of 1 plus rate over frequency of conversion raised to the term multiplied by the frequency of conversion.
And that is all for compound annually and compounding for more than once a year.